This is Afrobytes Radio Houston.
And Remy, be careful because it gets a little loud in the head.
Turn me up.
This is Afrobytes Radio Houston.
Good morning, worldwide. That's right, you're on the T Club, we're on the T Club. That's right, my name is Mozart. We got a big worldwide celebrity stylist in the building. He goes by the name of Remy Toh. Mr. Remy Toh, celebrity stylist. That's right, worldwide. Welcome to the T Club, sir. How are you today?
Thank you very much. I'm here on the Afro Vibe Radio.
That's right.
Tea Party, I love it.
That's right,
and
we love you.
The energy is very high.
That's
and
right.
I love that. Very
you, sir.
vibrant.
That's right. A vibrant person like you deserves a vibrant, vibrant host, right? That's right. Well, this is a Tea Club. You met all these beautiful ladies. That's right. That's Indigo. That's Mitra. That's Destiny. We know you, Rana. You gotta give away that chain, by the way, before you leave. That's right. This is Daniela. This is Ala. That's right. We know Rashad, and that's right. This is Jordan. So welcome. Welcome. We got a lot of things to talk about. That's right. Africa, tune in. Houston, tune in. America, tune in. That's right. We got Remy Toh in the building. But before we get started, we need to swear this man in. Ladies and gentlemen, cups up, please. Pinkies out. Daniela, do the magic.
Do you swear and solemnly swear to spill the tea and nothing but to tea? And so do you tea?
Just the tea.
Just the tea. That's right. Jesus in it. That's right. Jordan's got a question for you, Remy. Let's go.
So, Mr. Remy Toh, where are you from?
Originally from Ivory Coast, it's West Africa.
Sweet,
Yes.
nice.
So you speak French. How do we say good morning?
Bonjour, messieurs et madame.
The man speaks French. Any other languages added to that? Outside of French and English?
Bonjour, no.
Okay. What's that? Spanish? Italian. Jesus.
Lega.
International. Jesus in it. Mitra, you got a question? What do you mean? No, listen. She's in love.
You just looking at me so clean.
I know, she's shook right now.
She's shook.
What we call that? What we call that when they be speechless when they see you? What you call that?
In French?
What you call it? What you call it in American?
In American. Not in English.
I would say in American. I would say probably she's in love. Or
So obviously you speak Italian, you speak French, you speak English. You're in Houston, so I presume you didn't grow up in
Ivory Coast. I grew up in Paris.
You grew up in Paris.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. So it's, growing up in Paris, is that the only place you grew up?
Yes. My whole life, and then transferred to Italy, where I used to work for Valentino Garavani.
Jeez, so you worked for Valentino.
Yes.
So is that what you've done throughout your whole career, just Valentino, then you decided to come into your own?
Yes, correct. And then also Jean-Paul Gaultier, Yves Saint Laurent, and Azadine Alaya. Those guys were the guys that I hang out with, which is a very, very, I'm very fortunate to have those people around me. Yeah.
We should touch you for some luck. Touch you for some luck, Valentino. Valentino worldwide. So I mean, growing up obviously in Paris, like I didn't grow up in Paris. I grew up in London, but I know Paris is like the center. Paris and New York, center of fashion.
Correct.
Is that what shaped your style? Because I noticed your style is extremely different. I love your swag. I love the style.
Yes.
We'll talk about obviously your book, Legends of Style. I want to know a little bit more about that. But is it Paris that shaped your style, or is it just accumulation of all the different people that you've worked with?
It's a accumulation of people that I work with. And then plus Italian, they're very different. They're very vibrant. But French are more subdued. So those two streams made it very classy and elegant. So you're not loud when you dressed up. Yeah.
But
So
you
what-
noticed.
Yeah, well, it's very I've got a brooch, white shirt, blue jeans. I mean, are you going to come out with your own line?
I have my own line. It's called RT Remy Toh, but and then also I do have my own line when it comes to beard.
Yes,
my product.
You
It's,
see his work.
it's called Wisdom.
I feel like that's an entrepreneur right there. You get what you have and you make something of it.
Correct.
Like you make something that somebody else can relate and make that their everyday use as well. So I see your attention to detail. That is one of your main like efforts and priorities in your lines. So would you speak to me a little bit about how you got there and what made you make that the main important priority in your work, in your lines?
Well, my line, basically, I know how to sketch.
Okay.
So you go to school, you learn how to sketch, and everything starts from there. And sketching and work with designers, it's completely different thing. So you're not a designer, but you can sketch until you create your own collection. And then by creating your own collection, from there you can imagine it's endless. So then from that I began to work, and I moved to New York City. Moving to New York City in 1980s wasn't easy. I was homeless for the whole year.
Wow.
So knowing nobody,
It's a
not
tough-
even the language.
Homeless, like
Yes, correct.
you on the streets,
In the street of Harlem.
Wait, for how
sleeping
long?
on the
For
1
streets
year.
Correct.
For 1
for
year?
1 year.
Yes,
12
sir.
months. 12 months straight.
Yeah.
How did you cope?
Right.
Well, I will tell you this: God it doesn't sleep.
Sure is not.
God doesn't
Harlem
sleep.
loves you though. Harlem loves people. Harlem loves people.
Shout out to God. That's right. Taking care of
Correct.
Mr. Remy Toh.
Correct.
Hallelujah.
Provided.
Hallelujah.
That was-
God is great.
Yes,
Provided for.
and it was hard, and then but through the whole process, I went through it, and then began to create my own collections and products like Ascot, the sofa throw and jackets and suit.
We got some bush people, that's right, who are listening to this across the airways. If you don't know what an ascot is, that's right. Mr. Remy Toh has one right now on his neck. That's right. You don't know what an ascot is.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Seriously. So I'm glad you know because you grew up in London,
Yes.
so you know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So
So, what would you say, I don't know how to define your style. I call it dapper, but how would you define, the Remy Toh style?
can't really define my style. It's just too classy.
Too good for words.
It's too. She got it.
Too good for
She got
words.
Too good for words. Thank you, Daniela.
Love it.
Being in Harlem, did you ever, associate yourself with who that is? Dapper Dan?
No,
You never been
No.
associated with Dapper Dan?
no. That's
That's
good.
good.
Remy Toh is
That you got
an
your own
entity
brand.
on his own.
Yeah,
Right.
you
It's
got
not,
it
it's
on
not
way.
Represent.
Gucci by Dapper Dan.
Okay.
It's Remy Toh, Remy Toh,
Remy
all
Toh.
day. Jesus.
Yeah.
Got that right.
So, I mean, this man, Remy Toh, has a book right here. What would you call this book? Is this a star book?
That's a heavy
I call it the
ass
Bible book.
The Bible.
a-
Remy Toh has a Bible, and it's called
Bible for
Legends of Style.
Men's fashion Bible.
Legends of Style, and this book breaks out men's body types.
Correct.
Jesus,
Correct.
this is I do. So what would
deep.
what would you consider my body type?
I mean, basically, men, we do have certain body type, and each body type have two different elements to it. So it's not that easy to dress a man. Women, I can close my eyes and the second is done. But men, it's more difficult. So scientifically, I have to learn scientifically how I can dress a man. To the body types and to the muscles and all that, it's really intricate. I have to make sure everything is perfect. when I
Y'all hear
work.
that, ladies? It's a science to this.
There's a science.
Like, we
So
don't just wake up
did you
and
learn?
get out the
Did you
door.
go to school for fashion, or did you just?
Yes, I went to school for fashion.
What school?
It's in Paris. It's called Bougainville. So it's I mean it's very
You the
hard.
only
So-
black guy there?
that was in the 70s. Well, yes, I would say yes. And not only that, it was for a year. I didn't go out, no parties, no nothing, just to study the body types. And all my friends that I was going crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of those things.
Yeah, vision.
So my friends were thinking I was going deep end. I'm like, no, I'm just to study something that's very important to me. Because my work is really essential to me, and I take it very seriously. That's the reason why the team that I have Rona and I have Rashad. It's almost thinking like me, so which is I like. So
So what does Rada do for you?
she does everything. When it comes to paperwork, no, don't even go there. When she goes, you know,
I wasn't. Thank you, but you know, like I wasn't going there.
no, because when people see black men and white women, right away it's, you know, I'm like, no, I don't go that far.
She doesn't go that far.
I won't go that far. So my work, she does everything. You know, all the contracts, all the paperwork, and she also styling.
Yeah,
She's styling. She worked with me also. Rashad also does the same thing. It works with me too. So most importantly is when I work, it's almost I'm in trance when I work with human beings. I'm working on the canvas. So when you work on canvas, you don't. There's no level right looking around. I focus. I'm very focused on what I do, and it's very critical to me.
I can tell. So you live and you embody fashion and
Correct.
also style.
Correct.
I see you got a lot of celebrities in this book. You got a lot of athletes. Like, is this accumulation of your work? Like, how did these celebrities and athletes find you? Like, is it just based off of your style?
It's through friends and all that. But Kennedy, basically, JFK Jr. was my one of my friends.
Late? Is it late?
Yeah, late Kennedy. Yeah.
Salute to the late JF Kennedy.
JFK Jr. Yeah, it's what a gentleman. I mean, it was a pleasure for me to really meet him and do what I need to do. So that was important to me. Yeah, and not only that, I've come across one of the best textile in the world, the most luxurious textile in the world, which is Zania, who I visit the factory. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. And it was really, for me, it was eye-opening. And for them to allow me to go there and film and show me the whole process, how it's done, that's the reason why my work is really, really important to me. Because I'm very passionate in what I do.
Yeah. So you sound like a very genuine person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to know. So when you do what you do, you say she does a lot for you and stuff like that. But when you actually get to the part and you start styling or you start tailoring whatever you're doing, what do you really like doing? Like, it'd be some stuff you probably do. You'd be like, I don't want to do this shit.
And you play cricket.
Like, what do you like to do?
I'll play golf.
You like to play golf.
Yeah.
So golf over styling.
I mean, the golf. I mean, it's not.
When a man say I mean.
I mean, golf. I mean, addressing a gentleman. I mean, it's when I address someone, it's very important. Everything counts. Everything. I won't leave anything aside.
That's your passion.
Yeah, I will just completely. I'm entranced basically when I work. So I don't want to be bothered by anything else, and I don't want anybody.
I like to see that. I like to see you work. Just
I don't
shadow you for a day.
Right?
I don't want anybody in my ears. So and I come across one celebrity. I won't say the name.
Come on, spill the tea, Daddy.
No. So it was
Cardi B.
They called me to go dress him. It was for magazine, for GQ magazine, and I walk into the room and I said, okay, usually people wear ties. And I said, okay, I'm going to put you on the ascot. He said, who are you to tell me what to do? I walk out.
I'm Remy Toh. Listen to me, I'm Remy Toh. He's wearing an ascot and no tie. He's a celebrity stylist. Man slept on the street for 1 year. He has the right to tell you what to wear, GQ.
So my answer was, I walk out the room, and I was leaving. People were like, where are you going? I said, I'm done. Find somebody else. So they called me back. I walk in and he apologized.
That's right, apologize.
And my question to him is, when you work on the set, do you say anything to the director?
No.
He said no. I said, so let me do my work. That was it. You know.
Boss. Legends of Style. That's right. I think what you should do is, like, next time you just walk into a place, just slam your book on the down. Like, read that before you say anything.
How much does this book weigh? This book is heavy.
It's heavy. That means it's a Bible. That's right. That means it costs a lot. I want to find out, like, where can we, this
It's got
book,
some weight.
it's got some weight. It's got some great illustrations inside of it. It's got some great celebrities and also athletes inside of it. How much does the book cost, and where can we get it?
It's $250.
Money.
And also, it was on my website, but we're working on the website. It's not posted, but you can call Rana and you can get it.
So, Rana, when is the website coming out?
We're redesigning it right now, and we anticipate during January when we do our true launch. So I'm really excited about that.
I would like to be part of that true launch. Tosin,
Yes.
Rashad, please.
So next month.
Chris.
And the book as well. We are going to be more than likely distributing it through Amazon as well. So, you know, there's some interest on their end. So pretty excited about that, just getting the word out. So it's a
Definitely.
pleasure.
Definitely.
It's worth it. I would.
Do you, I mean, I know you've got a variety of different skill sets. You've traveled the world. You're well experienced. You've been homeless. You've been in Harlem. You studied with Valentino. You've been to the Zenith factory as well.
Xenia, yeah.
You know, style and fashion, like you could go anywhere in the world. You could go to Italy, you could go to Milan, you could be in Paris, you could be in New York. Why country Houston?
Right.
That is the question everybody's asking. Why Houston?
Why Houston?
Well, Houston to me, it was like, it's virgin. I call it virgin.
Virgin land.
That's right.
To really
To a lot of
enhance
stuff, yeah.
the fashion industry.
It's needed.
Instead of New York, LA,
Yeah.
I mean, those are the big names of people now. So why not Houston?
Yeah, you want to be one of the upcoming influencers, one of the first.
I don't know about
in
upcoming.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Well, not upcoming,
I get the
but-
version
You want
part.
to
No,
be,
the
you want to be the
influencer.
monopoly
No,
of
no,
fashion.
behind
So
the-
now you
Mhm.
have
The
to
version.
to move to Houston because it's coming up.
Yeah,
We'd
sure.
like to change things here. So working with
Industries are growing.
Since 2012.
correct, and working with people basically in the fashion industry, I have to collaborate with those guys, which is I don't know them yet. So I'm working on that. We're working on.
Oh yes, Allah.
Allah
Here's
runs a
a-
modeling
His
agency.
own modeling agency.
There you go.
That's
Right
Wear
there.
models.
Mhm.
There you go.
So I have a, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I have a question.
So, you are a walking billboard. When did you know that you would represent yourself for your?
I don't. I
You
don't-
just happen,
I don't.
right?
I don't think about those things. I let people do what they have to say. I don't really.
Just be fresh.
do you.
Just be
I'm
you.
just-
Yeah, because you know,
Your work speaks for
it's
itself.
just like yeah, people see you
Basically.
and it's like it's like okay, well maybe I'll represent
You do
myself.
something.
Yeah.
So how did it feel going from Paris, working with these people, and moving to New York, and then being homeless? How did your passion pull you out from being homeless? How did that strive you?
Well, I mean, I came in here with a friend, and the
Okay.
friend was with another friend that we came in. The story is a long story. I'm going to give you the short version. I don't want to. So when we came in, because he thought about coming to Africa, you don't have money to come to this country. You know, in the 70s and the 80s, it wasn't in the cell phone to check or Google somebody.
Yeah.
So we move in. His apartment was just a disaster.
Cockroaches.
Correct.
Oh no.
He say
Yeah.
facts.
You talk about
Harlem, I know.
you talk about rats, cockroach. I mean, it was disgusting.
Pig
Put it
stuff.
that way. And my friend left immediately. But for me, it was a
You have no
dream.
place to stay.
Right, your
It was a
passion
dream.
was more important
Like I'm
than.
gonna get it in.
And then, and because in Europe, you can be a fashion stylist, but you have to be really on top. But
Yeah.
here in America, my experience is you can be a small artist, but you have an audience.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, with that,
As
you
long as
can
you have
grow
audience.
Yeah.
and have a broad audience.
Right.
So I said, I'm not going back. You go, I stay.
Yeah.
Week after that,
Look at me.
he kicked me out. That was it. So I was in the street.
Do you ever go back to like one of those? I was listening to Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, and he said that I forgot what place it was. I think it was in Carolina. He said he had no money, and he would always go back to the place where he grew up and sit down there for like an hour. Do you ever go back to like Harlem and just
Oh no, I went and even filmed it.
you filmed
I
it?
filmed the whole place where I was.
Yeah, you gotta
I
send us
went back there and filmed the whole process.
How did that feel?
It feels weird. It feels really weird, and I was crying basically when I went back. I said,
Yeah.
"Wow,
It's a lot of emotion.
that's wild."
real.
So bringing Legends of Style, bringing Remy Toh to Houston, what do you hope to accomplish in Houston?
A humongous project. We have, the biggest project that I have in my whole life. This is a challenge, and we will make it.
Sounds like you're building an empire. Empire Strikes Back.
With Afro vibe, we will.
Salute.
That
This is Afro Vibes Radio.
Jesus in it. So, Rana,
Yes.
what's the website called?
RemyToh.com.
Oh, easy.
Right.
That wasn't hard to get, huh?
No, that wasn't. So we have that name already. So
I want to keep it very simple.
right. So eventually,
I'm sorry. So, Mr. Toe, right?
T.
You know what I'm talking about? She was telling us, you guys kind of like put your businesses together. When did y'all do that? How was that? When y'all was together, when did y'all realize, hey, we're gonna put this together and we're gonna go from here?
Well, she started. I was doing
The
the book.
airport.
I was doing the book signing, and I was looking for a charity. But like I said, God don't do anything by accident, and God is
God again.
I give him the glory. So I went to the airport that morning, and she can finish the story.
So yes, I ended up having to stay overnight on a flight. I'm crabby, in the same clothes, and I see this gentleman walk in, and I'm a professional stylist. He's walking in, he has his pipe, and he has an ascot on, and these
I
wonderful
smoke a pipe, by the way.
and
right
these
there.
wonderful plaid
A
pants.
Chavanelli, by the way.
Pipe.
But
And I
saw
like the
this
coconut
man.
mango tobacco with it.
Coconut mango.
I smoke. I smoke.
Wow.
A pipe is phenomenal, but
So
I need
anyway,
to find out where we can get one. Go ahead. Sorry, Ryan.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but the pipe, right? I don't smoke a pipe, but I see this gentleman, and that's what he was, a gentleman. And again, just with my background being a professional stylist as well, I just went up to him. I'm like, "You look fantastic," and I meant it. And we started talking, and he's like, "Well, what do you do?" And he found out I was a stylist, and I have an affiliation with Career Gear Houston. A charity that provides clothing to gentlemen returning to the workforce. And Remy was doing a book signing, and they were looking for the right charity to collaborate with. And it was just
perfect.
it was happen chance. It was
In the airport.
In the airport.
What airport?
And here at Bush Airport. And if my flight wasn't late, that never would have happened.
You don't really meet
You know,
people in the airport like that.
No, it's again the flight. It was I missed.
The swag
It
was
was amazing.
penetrable.
You have to give it a name. Listen, you have to give it a name. That's
You
the
have to
first
give your
question I
swag
asked
a
you.
name.
Listen.
You created.
Listen. Because when women see you, you give off something.
I don't know. It's a word that they use. The girl told me that. I don't know how to say
She said, "Girl, tell me that."
You walk in the building, it's like boss.
Yeah,
Come on, ladies.
We
We got some smart women in here. That's right. All these
We
women
gotta
are
give him.
smart.
We
They all
gotta give him a
educated.
name for his swagger.
Jordan, what do you
Gotta
say?
give
What
him
would you
a
call
name.
Remy swag? It's all right. What do you call Remy swag?
What we said earlier.
X.
dapper.
One word.
Dapper, straight up.
Dapper. No, I use
Can't be
that.
dapper
Yeah.
though. It
Well,
can't be
Can't
dapper.
be dapper.
No.
It gotta be something exclusive from
Come
my
on,
man.
pull out the dictionary in the brain.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I would say
Okay.
phenomenal.
Daniela,
Oh, okay.
one word.
Man. Okay, one word. Man, I like the Remy swag. I like the Remy. I
Remy
like
swag.
Remy Toh swag.
Remy Toh swag.
Remy Toh. Daniela.
That's a
There's
hot
not
fashion.
one
name.
word.
Okay.
It's
Destiny,
not-
what would you call Remy's style? What would you?
She's so posh, exquisite.
Exquisite.
Micho, what would you call it?
It's
What?
stunning. It's really
Oh,
stunning.
stunning! Posh, extraordinary, stunning.
Posh.
Indigo. By the way, just Indigo's
Our house.
our house what? Philosopher, astrologer,
Astrology.
good witch of Houston,
Spiritual advisor.
spiritual advisor.
Spiritual advisor.
He said everything in the book.
Right?
So,
What would you call it?
By looking at his book and looking at his style, I would say very exquisite.
We already used that word.
But I love it.
We agree with it.
that's
What about you, Nikki?
2 votes for exquisite.
By the way, this is Nikki, fashionably late as well to the Remy Toh interview. Like, how dare you?
Nikki with the
But welcome.
girls.
I'm gonna say pretty suave.
Oh!
Suave.
I like it.
back. I want to say suave.
say.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Rashad, what would you call it?
Exquisitely detailed.
Detail.
So I think exquisite is the word.
Exquisite is the word. It's been used a lot of times.
The gentleman has gravitas.
Rana with the big words. So like I've been knowing gravitas. It's gravitas. We talked about it. It's gravitas.
Like, wow, that looks good.
He told me it's gravitas. It's gravitas.
I can
Gravitas
Wait,
with
so
a
how long
G.
did it
With
take you
the
to write
With a
G.
G. Yep,
Capital
gravitas.
G in the middle.
Wait, so how long did it take you to write the book?
It took me 20 years.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's a long time.
happen.
That's
So to
my
this-
life. I'm
I was in the
23.
street, I was writing it. It was written all French. And then I had a ghostwriter who translated the whole thing, Diane Kincaid. She translated the whole thing in English.
Oh, that's
That's crazy.
Got some young ones in the
That's
building. Huh?
worth $250. Okay.
So I feel like the story behind the making of it makes most of the value, not just the timing, but what it took. You know, it makes the value of the book.
Correct.
You're sharing this value in it. Yes, it should be priced what it's priced, and maybe even more if it could.
He got
Let's see
rules.
what's
1,
the
2, and
value.
3. And
What's the
different
value
costs and
in it?
everything.
It's
Is
an
it
investment.
is it that you started writing it when you was poor, or is it the value of the information you're giving out?
It's the value of the information.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's not the value because of it's the information that you have in the book, because I'm trying to give it to generations to come. That's the reason why I wrote it this way, so it will be timeless.
Wait, so what's your passion? Like towards it, like your art. I know you say like from Italy, from like Paris, coming to Harlem, but like what started it all? Like you was like, this is what I want to do as into
I
fashion.
was 6 years old
You was 6 years old.
when I started it, and I was watching TV. It was a JFK Kennedy with my president, Ivory Coast. When I saw it, I said, I'm going to address those people one day. This is what I want to do. It started from there.
manifestation.
And I was looking at a lot of magazines and
Just like that.
and
Silk.
Love
then
it.
cutting the magazine, put on the walls, and
Oh, you're like a vision board in this
Correct.
sense. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, like I think it sounds like you are a very, very strong individual. And I'm thinking about your parents now.
Yeah, me too.
You know, like
Exactly.
going like, where were your parents?
I've been
Like,
thinking about it, like,
maybe you want to give a shout out to your mom, your dad. Obviously, you came from that.
Were they
Um,
supportive?
were they
You know,
stylists?
because it's like they built a gentleman who was able to like live on the streets of New York for 1 year and still compile this to where you are today. To us, even looking at you like this, you know, I'm sure like if I could, you know, turn back the wheels of time, I would probably see you like as a homeless person, like asking for money, but like, "Hey, get away from me. To now, it's like, I want to be like you. I want to dress like you.
You
know?
can. You got a great physique. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, but
You got a great look.
trust me, this is where I'm going right here. I'm going to RT. I'm going to RT. What was it? Gravitas and exquisite.
Gravitas.
And attention to detail. That's right. That's
Exquisite.
exquisite
Exquisitely
detailing.
Yes, there you go. That's
Yeah,
how you
if
say
I
it.
want to blush, I'm going to get dark. So
So Remy, like, I mean, who inspires you? I mean, is there anybody out there that inspires you? You know what? Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about your dad.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Wow.
It's my father. If you look in the book, I think my father's in the book.
What
He's the
page?
one who inspired me.
We'll find it. Why? Tell us a little bit about your dad. Like, how was he influential in your life? And
He used to work for the government, so it's always well dressed.
Oh.
So we were kids, we were watching him. I was looking at it all the time, and he has gray hair, and I was looking at it all the time. I was like, I'm mesmerized by my dad. So I'm looking at it, and one day I remember asking him, his cuff was 4 inches. Wow. 4-inch cuff is ridiculous.
Goddamn.
And I asked him, I said, why you have your cuff that high? It makes no sense. And he said, when you grow up, you will know. And he's right.
shout out to Mr. Toh Senior.
What would you, what information would you, or I guess inspiration would you share with young gentlemen? Just period, because we're all trying to find our passion and our voice.
We're all trying to make it like you.
Well,
Be dedicated to like our dreams.
discipline. It's a
Oh,
lot
man.
of discipline.
That's a
If-
key.
That is
if
true.
If you're disciplined, I get up in the morning, I see make my own bed, I see wash my own shirt, I see iron my own shirt. I do all that.
You iron?
Jesus.
You need a lady
Oh, no,
to take
you're
care of
alright,
that.
you're
You need a lady
alright.
to wake you up in the morning,
Hey.
make
I'm
your bed,
upset.
make your iron your shirt.
Involved one day, then
I don't iron. I just throw that shit on my body, iron it.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's keep that same energy. That's right. We're on the Tea Club. This Tea Club show is sponsored by, that's right, Remy Toh. That's right. The worldwide international celebrity stylist Remy Toh. This show is sponsored by Remy Toh. Shout out to the Remy Toh crew. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we want to talk about what charities that you're helping. And that's right. And we'll learn a little bit about your mommy too. We'll be right back. That's right. We're on the Tea Club. That's right. Remy Toh. Party for me, and then on the day of the party, I was supposed to give them 250, and then on the day of the party, they said they wanted 350, and I'm like, I got better music than you, so I DJ'd the party, and then ever since then I've been DJing.
wow.
I DJ'd Giant Stadium. I've DJ'd Burna Boy concert, Flavors concert. I DJ everything. I could go. I learned how to DJ off of electronic music now. Yeah, because I grew up in London, so it's like EDM is my favorite. Then South African house music, and then I started getting into hip hop, and then eventually Afrobeats came around, and so now I DJ everything. So like I DJ nightclubs. Like last night I was in a nightclub. This week I'll be in another nightclub. Today I'll be at the Domain.
I don't know anything much about that. Believe me, it's home, work, that's it for me.
The Domain's got this thing where they do, it's called like, they do this thing like I think on Wednesdays where they invite all men to like wear suits and come out and network. Okay. So I mean, I don't know if you're ever interested in doing something like that.
Oh, okay, so you can talk about it.
So I was friends with a lady by the name of Magdala Cooper in Liberia. She just ran for president. Yeah, her name is Magdala Cooper. She's on Instagram. She ran for president, so she was friends with Kotuma Malu, and they hired me to like do a runway for show. They wanted like Afro House.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then for like 5 years in New York, I was a DJ for her runway. So that's where I got my experience like doing runway shows. Can I get everyone back in, please? That's right, everyone please come back in.
Is Afro Houston.
Welcome back to the Tea Club. That's right, hello Africa, hello world. That's right, hello Ivory Coast. That's right, hello Houston. Remy Toh, celebrity stylist is in the building. We're getting live, we're talking about it. That's right, man's bringing big things to Houston. That's right, Remy Toh, I heard you have a workshop for gentlemen. Is that true?
Correct. I do have a workshop coming up, probably in 6 months from now. So I would like people to really register when we get the podcast going, so they can register. They can learn how to become a fashion stylist.
Oh, so the workshop is actually teaching people how to be a stylist.
A stylist, and not only that, if someone wants to come in, personal, they can come in how to dress their husband, their boyfriend, whatever, grandfather, whatever it is. So you can learn that also, and you can do it yourself. And the way I teach, you can learn it and you can do it yourself. You don't need me to come to your house or anything like that.
So we got some people over here who didn't go to school. That's right, i.e., you know, moi. But so what is a stylist? Like, you know, like I know there's a fashion designer. What does a stylist do?
Stylist basically,
In your words.
In my words, a stylist is the gentleman who can see someone and completely change the dynamic when it comes to dressing. Because everybody can wear clothes. Everybody. They have to. But when it comes to styling, it's an art. So that's where the fashion stylist comes in. And when you come in, I mean, when I dress the person, when you walk into a room, it will change a molecule. in the rooms. That is the way I work.
You ladies hear that?
You know what?
Remy changing molecules.
That's why his word
Science.
is regal. Me and Rashad, we came up with, that's the word.
Yeah.
Rashad said regal.
Already, you
That
already
is the
connected
word.
with Rashad. They can't leave you anywhere. Disconnect that.
No.
They still
So-
trying to
Good
find
people.
something for you.
That is my take when it comes to fashion stylists. You really have to change the molecule when you dress a gentleman. So
I like that. Chris. I like the words that you put in. Change the molecules. Please forgive me if you ever hear me use it on Instagram. Changing molecules like that's it. Changing molecules like Remy Toh.
I'm gonna use that.
Do you think that it's more of the excitement from seeing, I guess, the demeanor or the energy change of that person when they feel that way?
correct,
in their clothes?
because any gentleman who never wear a suit, when the minute they wear a suit and well dressed, their attitude changes completely. So they become a they become a different person.
Yes.
So
It's like a fresh haircut.
there you go.
That's it.
So why? I mean, is there a passion in you teaching? Like, why do you want to just share these secrets, like through the workshop? Like, I think like like your style is completely different.
The workshop basically, I have no answer. You're the only one. You're the student. You got to give me the answer.
He like it's the G code.
It's the RT code.
So it's a booklet that I put together. So
A
you can,
booklet again?
yeah, you can answer it one class. You take it home as your homework.
Is it 1 day, 2 days, a week, a month?
It's a week,
Okay.
and then
like
you
a
come back with
program.
it. And then second class, I look at who wins the questions or whatever, and by the end of the year, the person who wants the whole classroom goes to Paris. For 7 days. The hotel, the airfare, everything's.
I'm taking that class. I swear I'm taking the
I'm gonna
class.
be like Mulan.
And not only that, also I'm arranging for them to meet some of the designers who live.
That's a blessing.
So
That's a blessing.
Speaking of Paris,
Speaking of
That's an
Paris,
opportunity. That's a very
Wait, so this for women too? Like, to if they want to
No.
come for what? To dress up your boyfriends and your husbands and your sons. I think it'd be nice.
I think that
I'm
no.
such a hater.
ladies, come on, you guys
Like,
look at
men
you
don't
guys
do
are
that
walking.
too.
Don't do
It's,
that.
it's for the guys in it. That's right. Admire us. We're changing molecules here.
I have a question. So you said, so suits you feel like change molecules in men's dressing, it changes their persona, their demeanor. What
Correct.
in women, what do you think is the equal?
I mean,
Kind
it's
of like a suit.
a woman. Look at her, she's doing this.
that little black
Yeah,
dress.
Nikki wants a suit too. You gotta pay for that, my man.
A woman is the easiest for me. It's the easiest thing to do. Because Sharon Stone, I used to work with Sharon Stone.
Jesus,
So that tells you exactly who she is, and she's elegant, sophisticated. And dressing women is easier. I can take a woman and say, okay, let's go shopping. And I can tell you exactly what I can do.
When we going?
Let's
Let's go shopping.
Trust me, guys. When are we going?
I take it to Paris. That's what we're going to shop.
I'll take you to
My
the
flight? When we going?
Today.
I heard Remy about to take over the airways. I heard you got a podcast coming. What's it called?
It's called, I think Rashad can tell you that.
Rashad, speak on it.
So with the podcast show, we wanted to take layers of Remy, layers of men, layers of fashion. So we came up with layers de sapeur.
Pardon, say that again. Layers what?
Layers de
Layers
sapeur.
du sapeur.
What does that mean?
Les du sapeur.
I mean, when you wear clothes, you wear a lot of layers. And then sapeur means stylish.
Stylish.
Gonna have the whole third word, and that's why Southwest and Northside speaking French very soon. It's Remy Toh, baby. Turn it up. So when is that podcast launching anyway?
January. We're starting in January.
2020.
everything
That's
next
the
month.
year.
You breaking the walls next month. You coming hard next month. That's basically what
Yeah,
you
so
said.
everybody waits till
Correct.
New Year
Next
to
month.
start, but
Next
you,
month.
So next
yeah,
month.
you're
indeed.
ready.
Yes, indeed.
You're packed and ready. Everybody thinks the New Year starts January 1st. New Year
You gotta
starts
start
now.
before then. You drop it
Yeah.
like boom.
Next
You gotta be ready for the
motherfucking
year.
month.
Yeah, that's the reason why the class I just can't give any secret. You have to answer. You have to give me your own answer.
Please,
So then from
just
there-
show me where to sign up, Rana, Rashad. I want to be part of that. I want to get my style going. I want to impress all my fans and all
Yeah,
my
I
ladies.
ain't getting married.
That's right. I'm changing molecules on your face. That's right. Be like, what are you wearing? Remy Toh, baby.
Well, I can-
Changing molecules.
I can tell you if I dress you, because I see exactly what I can do.
Hey.
Say no more. You had me at the beard, sir.
Hey, look, I ain't
You had
getting
me at the
married.
beard.
I ain't getting married soon, but I need that beard when I do.
He's taking you shopping to Paris.
That's right. I'm going. That's right. So I heard some stories about you. I want to know the truth. I heard that you were walking down the street of downtown Houston, and a man was infatuated with your molecules and stopped the light rail. Is that true?
People use this.
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
Stop
I was like, what? Stopping the train? For what? And,
You know why.
It was like Austin actually has a story.
So,
Josh, you want to tell us about this story?
Yeah, I got you. So essentially, like we just riding around downtown, walking down the street. This man literally stopped the metro rail, poked his head out the window. He was like, "Oh man, you look fly as fuck, bro."
Do you remember what you were wearing? What were you wearing?
Oh, we had so many outfits that day.
He was definitely in the suit.
So how many times do you change?
Oh, no, that was just for
Good
no,
day.
it was for photo shoots.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy how.
Are you always
she
in a
stopped the
suit? Do
whole
you ever wear a
train.
t-shirt, sweatpants?
Yeah, can we get
Ronald's face like, hell!
Can we
Man
get
doesn't
some
dress like that.
vintage? Can we get some vintage?
Yeah, he is.
No.
That's what I mean.
Mr. Toe, can we get some vintage, Mr. Toe?
No.
I ain't get no vintage, Mr.
No,
Toe.
there's no
Do you
vintage.
vintage
have-
tee.
you have men's pajamas, and can you start a line if you don't?
Oh, that's
No!
Like Albemarle.
Men's pajamas, what? Style. Like silk and something.
Yeah, that's where your mind went.
It's a robe. I have a robe when I go to
Hey,
sleep.
we gonna-
you
I'm
like your fashion robe.
gonna invite him to TSU homecoming, and we're gonna turn him out. He gonna forget all about Paris.
Hell no. Man, he's already paid his dues. He went down the streets of New York for 1 year.
He's gonna walk into TSU, he's gonna be like, you need a suit, you need a suit.
They say you need a suit.
But Remy, how does that make you feel though? Like, like people stopping, giving you compliments about your look.
Especially the metro.
That's like, how does that make you feel? Like,
How does that make you
Late for
feel?
work.
yeah, like,
They don't make you feel good that would make me so
man
energetic.
developed humility long
Because
time.
I'm grateful
Very
to
humble
God,
man.
period.
Right.
That he gave me that.
So grateful.
That's it. The rest I don't care.
That's
Humble.
He's, yes, that's.
Very humble.
Maybe because I don't know how old you are, but I'm young. And
The man's young.
That would give
Made
you
the book in
so
20
much,
years.
so much motivation. Like,
So much
hey,
clout.
I need to get to where Mr. Remy Toh is, you know. So that would give me motivation. But you said that give you nothing.
No,
He's just grateful.
I'm just grateful.
So Mr. Toe,
That's it.
Mr. RT, Mr. Changing Molecules out here. It's Remy Toh to be the celebrity stylist, international celebrity stylist. That's right. Man style Sean Marion. Look through this lookbook. That's right. There's so many beautiful people, including Sharon Stone. What about your mommy? What do you want to say? What was your mom doing? Like, what was her profession?
My mom never worked. My father was taking care of her. We were 10 of us.
How was her style?
I'm very classy. It wasn't anything too sophisticated, but it's very simple.
Out of
African
10,
moms.
out of 10, what number are you?
Right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The 10
No,
or the 10?
her. What number are you?
No.
Out of the
Oh,
10.
out of 10?
Like the
Yeah.
I was the fourth.
The four?
Okay.
And they're all girls.
Are you serious? So how many girls?
Dress a girl like that because it's
How many sisters?
I have 8.
8 sisters.
Yeah,
and then
8.
one brother.
I have 2 brothers, but one passed away, plus my older brother. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
That's why he says it's easy just to dress the women.
How was that growing up?
It was fantastic.
In Ivory Coast.
Correct.
Did
I
they
just spent time
iron
in-
for you? Did they iron your shirts?
I love the fact that I learned so much from my sisters.
So many,
Yeah.
so many different
And the thing
characteristics.
is, oh, man, it's just phenomenal. how you know characters,
Yeah,
women.
that's wonderful.
I'm on the
Yeah.
semi too. I
I
understand.
have a
I'm
question.
on
It's
like
kind of
that.
off
I'm on
topic.
the semi.
Okay.
Are
Girls,
any of your
we got
sisters
3
gay?
boys.
No.
I'm
No.
so Dominican.
That's okay.
I mean, my only sister's gay. I was just asking.
My
No.
sister is.
No,
Yeah.
They're all married. They're all married.
You're all married? Okay.
America, England, Paris,
Yep.
all over.
So
I appreciate your how you say. I appreciate that you represent and acknowledge self-care in men, because I don't see that often that a lot of men actually
That is true.
take the time, the effort, the energy,
Or see the importance.
or the importance of self-care. So, like, what do you think
It
about
really
self-care,
well, if
self-love?
you get the books, it's in there.
Oh.
The whole thing is
Which book?
So
Can you
Legends of Style.
Okay, Legends
Legends
of Style.
Legends of
It's-
Style.
Check that book out.
Yeah, it's in there. I mean, nails and feet, everything. You got to do it.
It's got it all. The details. He's got all the details.
Exactly.
Every detail.
So, my little homegirls, they was like, hey, I know you single. I like, your nails not done. Nobody's taking care of you. Your
Jesus.
hair not done. So, your nails done, your hair, your beard done. You single?
And he does it himself.
He is single. He said his lips
So,
are
Allah,
sealed.
you got to get on your stuff,
Yes,
man.
I am.
You single. Okay.
The man's single.
Are you
He does it
happily
for himself.
single? Are you unhappily single?
Look at Daniela. Shoot your shot.
There we go. There we
Very
go.
The
happy.
man's changing molecules. That's right. He's a scientist, right?
A chemist,
You
right
know what,
here.
sir? I'm gonna play with y'all.
Do you plan on getting into a relationship soon? Do you plan on getting into a relationship?
No.
I don't think his life plan.
Well, what I do is complicated. It's very complex. If there's any woman get in my life, she has to be confident in herself and have self-esteem. She doesn't need me to give her confidence or anything. She has to be her own person, and together we become one and it's stronger. So I think it's
How it's supposed to go.
Yeah, of course.
So that means you're not looking for somebody, but
It becomes.
if they come around,
Yeah,
they
they
gotta
come
be
around.
like that.
They have to be
Like
a strong woman. They have to be a strong person.
Yes.
You sound
Of course,
like a player.
attract who you are. Attract who
You sound like me.
The man meets lots of people. He stars lots of celebrities. The man's got options.
I asked him behind the scenes how many times he got hollered at, like in a day.
When a woman calls a man, that's not cackle. What's that
I mean,
called?
it's funny though. You say that.
Complimented.
You say that because sometimes I'm just standing there. People will come take pictures, and some people will take pictures. I ain't taking pictures, and come back to me and say, "Hey, I took your picture." I said, "For what?" They said, "Well, if I come to you, you probably said no." I said, "No, don't hide taking pictures." And then the one photographer was hide for 2 weeks,
Huh?
watching my where I stay all the time or where I walk, my pattern, and he was taking pictures,
Stalking.
and I didn't know it. And one day comes to me, they show me tons of pictures, and I'm like, "Where did you get all this?"
What do you think you're gonna pay him for him, or?
And he's like, "I was taking the picture." I'm like, "Wow, so if you're going to shoot me, you would have shot me a long time ago."
So with all the things that you're launching in January, I know that you're launching a podcast. I know you're launching a website.
Correct.
I know you're launching a workshop as well.
Correct.
It sounds like you're building an empire.
Yeah.
Like what are you trying to do? Trying to take over Houston? River Oaks District? Is that where we're going? Galleria?
Actually, I will have my office in Paris, but here will be my base, which is I love Houston a lot. Because I was in Atlanta for 3 years. I was in Atlanta for 3 years. I didn't like it
You said
at
Atlanta?
all.
We love
Yeah, the dressing there is more, sag your pants.
No,
They didn't want to change, huh?
I did a couple things there, but it wasn't for me.
I feel like if
It
we
wasn't
move back,
ready for you.
it'll work though now.
Hell no, please stay right here. Please stay right here. I want to trying to go to Paris. What are you trying to do? Sit around in Atlanta? Please. They're stopping metro rails for the man. Metro rail stop.
Go holler at T.I.
Molecules are changing in Houston.
I feel like Houston is so diverse and so open to new things that you coming and introducing this and kind of just guiding our gentlemen is a big thing.
Yeah, I love Houston, to put it that way. I just love Houston. It's a very, very, very nice town.
What area in Houston do you live in? North side, south side?
My sister lives in what you call it? What you call it?
Sugarland.
No, not Sugarland.
Alien.
No, you're not.
Don't do him.
I don't remember what that is, but I'm thinking moving to River Oaks.
River Oaks,
Yeah.
it's a great area.
Yeah.
The SWAT.
I know the marketing director for the property at River Oaks, so if you need to get a shop or lease one or own one down there, I know the marketing director.
Hey, so
I used to work for CBS Radio, so that was River Oaks was my account.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
what school did you go
He
to?
needs to talk to me for space.
Yeah,
yes.
perfect.
Yeah,
I know, I'd love to.
I'll share the contact with you. You know, she might not know me by heaven because I was in corporate America, so I go by L.A. Jacobs. You know, my government name. But you know, I'll share the contact with you. It's still in my phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your question?
What school did you go to?
Which school here?
In Paris.
In Paris.
Oh, Scope
Where you got your degree at?
Scope Bougainville.
What are you hearing?
I'm super off with pronouncing anything.
Bougainville.
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 No, I like
Oh, I missed the whole word.
That went all the way
You didn't catch it.
That's right. I like. Oh my God!
Say it for me one more time.
Man's,
It's for around the world right now.
Bougainville.
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 yeah, that's Paris.
And you got your fashion design degree at there? Cool. That's awesome. So, when you got your degree, how many years did it take for you to leave Paris? You was like, hey, I got my degree now.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
No, I worked there and
Did some work in Italy
like
as well.
an intern and working with designers. And I used to work for this old guy who he has a small shop. I used to go to Salvador to look at all the shop and all that. So
Give us an age. You know,
Age.
when you was doing that, how old were you?
We got the police in here today.
This is motivation for people
17,
that's
18,
young.
17, 18, 17,
Dedication.
Yeah, let them know that hey, you can do it. You can do it anytime. Don't
Yeah.
think that you need to be 26, 25
no.
to
18,
do anything.
15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, but the man's African. Africans, from 6 years old, the man was like, I'm gonna dress everybody. That's right, JFK, Bill Clinton. That's right. You're all gonna be in my lookbook. That's what he did.
I do have a question though.
Big ass book.
So how come you want to leave Paris and I guess Italy and just come all the way from over here? Because I know you said like when you was young you had traveled over here. So what made you decide like I don't want to be here? Let me go ahead and go to America and to Harlem. You know.
Because like I was saying before, if you're an artist, you always have an audience. You can be the smallest artist, but you still have an audience. In Europe, it's totally different. And in my time, it wasn't that hard. It was hard. It wasn't easy.
Because
So-
of just like your skin color, or just because?
No, it's just if you're not really the top,
Yeah, it's just
nobody's
big
looking
names.
at you.
Okay.
But today is different. Today, is totally different. So, but I was in the 70s and 80s. No.
It's a such thing called entrepreneurs these days.
That's right, the man is one.
Okay.
And when you come here, it's completely different. It's easy, but you got to work hard.
You do.
You got to work hard. So, for social media helps.
Oh yeah.
In my time, you got to go to the library.
Yeah.
You got to see that library
No
for
internet.
3-4 hours to search things.
Just say you know some shit like
So
that.
your present collection right now, what do we have? We have obviously ascots,
We have Ascot.
Suits.
I have suits and sport coats, and I have
shirts.
not too much shirts. I have Ascot and a Sofatro,
Right.
which is I have, and I should have brought it with me. Cufflinks and
Socks?
No socks yet. So I got a few things. It takes to be belts.
Shoes.
Like those pieces?
I
like
used to have shoes. Yes.
Like the wishbone you have on?
No, that's some.
That's just exclusive.
Yeah, and actually, I'm working with a South African company who makes bags, crocodile. Real cool. They work with Louis Vuitton also. They mix the crocodile.
You hear the way he said? Say again. Louis Vuitton. No, Louis Vuitton.
Wait. So is that like
Pour
your
le quick.
signature style? So is that like your signature style, or what is like your signature? Like you look at an outfit or a style and I'd be like, that's him. Like
Repeat your question, please.
Like say for instance like Fenty, it's like the L for say for instance Gucci, you know, like the little
The
symbols.
double G.
Mm-hmm. So
Say
what,
like,
logo?
does
you're like basically
is
like
it
a
RT?
logo or
It's
like
RT.
a signature. RT. Okay.
It's RT.
Okay, cool. Real talk.
Okay, quick question.
Go, dog.
If we need to pick up suits, ascorts right now, where can we get that?
No, that is not. It's not. I have
not
all
ready.
Not ready. I have all samples.
We can just ask for your service.
Right.
And where can we sit down with you and do a consultation?
I have my office, but it's at the post-up. That's where we're gonna have the post-up hotel.
Yes.
Do you charge for
Of course!
consultation?
Is that a question?
I was gonna pay. We'll never be homeless ever again.
Hey, hit
Never.
that, hit that, and that's a route. So, do you charge for consultation, right?
Yes.
How much do you charge for consultation?
500.
There you go. Because some people don't know what the fuck consultation is.
How long is the consultation? Like an hour, 2 hours?
Just 1 hour.
1 hour, 500. That's great. Perfect. I'm worth $500 an hour. If you
Oh
can't
my
get it, all
fucking God.
right, then you're not my type of audience.
No, no,
Yeah,
listen.
All right.
specific
So,
clientele.
question for you: what is a work day? What does one work day, a regular work day, look for you? What does it look like?
If I'm working with the celebrities, it takes me like maybe 1 hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
Done.
So, so do you have like an office, a studio? Like, how do people find you and say, oh, well, let's say a celebrity finds you and his manager books you. That's how it happens? They book you?
Correct.
Through your Instagram, through her?
Through Rod.
Okay.
So do y'all bring what you're going to style them in?
No,
Or do they
fabrics.
have their own
First I
shoes?
have fabrics, like you said, Heaven
Okay.
said. I have to look at the guy. When I look at the guy, I know exactly what to do. So everything is right in front of him.
So you don't bring
Changing
options. You bring that outfit.
Okay.
You
You
got
have
that
options. You
Are
have
you
options.
Okay, so you
Are
bring
you-
like a rack and let them
Yeah.
pull, get their personal
Yeah.
style kind of situation out. Is that in the consultation or is that when they actually
That-
go to book you
No, when it's
in that
Yeah.
day, that time
Consultation
and
is
place?
completely different than-
Consultation is $500.
Consultation is just talking.
Oh yeah, like I do have
It's like this.
social. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this.
Hey.
1 hour.
Hey.
Sometimes it's only, I do probably 45 minutes. That's it. I won't stick to that.
So we need to be paying you right now for this.
Yeah, like this is
So
consultation.
we're getting a
That's
lot
what
of consultation.
$500.
Actually, it is very important.
It
It's
is.
where you
Yeah,
learn,
most
you
important.
can see that person, and again, you can visualize and see, what is your goal?
And
You
their
know, you have to find out
personality.
what they're doing. A lot of people, maybe a change in their life or
Yeah.
or whatnot, or they just know, they want to improve their look. They want to have that gravitas that Remy has, and but they don't dress like Remy. You dress them like themselves. It's like you, only better. So
Okay.
you have to take into account the gentleman, his lifestyle, all those things. And it's just watching a transformation is just such a pleasure.
And then
It
also
really
you
is.
have to encounter it because you have to know what they do for a living, where they hang out, who they hang out with, and where they travel to. So all that you have to make sure so when they dress and when they have a meeting, where they have the meeting.
Hey.
All this I have to add it to that look. So even when he goes to basketball game, I have to make sure who his clients are, so I can dress them accordingly.
Hey,
So,
really?
yes. Yes.
So like,
That's in class.
I have a modeling business. I hang out in Houston. I hang out around a lot of models.
You be at
I have a-
TSU.
I have a Christmas party, a very important black tie Christmas party coming soon. How would you dress me? Me. Right
500.
here with me right now.
Stop playing with my man. That's
We
500.
already got the free
Stop playing with my
consultation
man.
going on
That's
right now.
500.
We already got the free consultation. Can I get a little imagination?
Tell him book it.
Can I get a little
I'm taking your mic.
imagination?
I can't answer that because I'm not getting paid.
You gonna pay! That's right, you wanna make. Look at this, you're trying to get free services. It's Legends of Style. You know you want your molecules changed.
The beard is real.
Okay,
The
but I
beard
got a
is
real question.
That's
I got
right,
a real
this is the
question.
real beard.
I got a real question. Now, real question. Do you
Look at that
bleach?
boy.
Do you bleach your beard, or it just came like that?
It's natural.
It's natural. Lord, see, look
He's an African man.
look at the guards. Look at the
Tell by the
guards.
color change in it.
You need to go bleach your.
Surprise.
You need to
Stop
go
playing.
bleach your beard.
Remy, next time she asks, just ask her, your curls real?
No, it's real. It's real, and that's the reason why I'm creating this shampoo for gray hair.
You know everybody ain't able. What products do you have for your hair and your beard? What products?
Everybody is not able.
You have a products for Remy Toh as well?
Pardon?
The products are called Remy Toh as well.
It's called Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
And those are available right now too.
No, not yet.
January.
I'm testing it.
Okay.
You need a brand ambassador.
I don't want to get sued. So.
You gonna do it?
So I'm testing
You gonna
it.
let me help
My
you?
sisters, I have
Get your
sisters
beard
all-
looking like
They're
that.
all gray,
Oh,
so they're using it.
sweet. Awesome.
So
you
until
get some
if they
testers.
get hurt, they can't sue me. So,
Right.
So it'll like tone it though.
Pardon?
So if they have like a gray beard, I'm sorry, I have my license. I have my consultation license, so I'm like,
It's like a purple shampoo.
yeah. So it's like a toner for like your beard to get it.
I
like
mean,
that
the
in a-
shampoo basically what it does is it cleans up your hair. It's
Clarifying.
whiter.
Vibrant.
Yeah, it's
Right.
vibrant white,
Yeah.
gray, very vibrant.
It works.
And then the cream basically is to put that on.
Moisturize. So you got
Yeah.
clarifying and moisturizing.
Correct.
He got
Okay, no toner. It's just like that.
like the
Curls popping.
I can't even
Yeah.
describe like beard guard or something. Just,
Like,
like
you know.
like Moses just it's amazing.
Jay-
Oh,
Well, wait a second. Daniela's got a question.
Yeah. So
Daniela, Cuban mistress
Cuban
of
mistress.
seduction. That's right. What's your question?
So earlier we were talking about how the consultation is a big part of how you're gonna dress them. And my question before we even talked about that, I was thinking, I'm like, wow. So when he dresses somebody, is he representing himself or is he representing that person? And so she answered my question basically saying, oh, so he does meet these people. He dresses them accordingly to them, not just. It's not all you. You know, you give them a part of them that they didn't even
Who
know
they
they
are,
had.
yeah.
Yeah. So just 100 times better.
Swag
than
them out.
wow.
Very, very well put.
So yeah, I mean, you answered my question earlier, so I was like, wow, she read my mind. Really, literally. I was like wondering, do you just dress people how you dress yourself, or according to them?
If
their
they say, okay,
lifestyle?
listen, I want to just look like you, then I would say, okay, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because that's usually when people take the magazine, I call it page, I mean, they have the syndrome of page 25 or 125. They look at one page and say, I want to look like this. I said, you're making a big mistake.
Oh,
okay.
You're not the same body.
That's your job.
Yeah, you're not the same
Okay.
body. So,
You
and
change
this
the
plus,
molecules.
and the magazine is Photoshop. So you got to be careful when you're looking at it. Now, a lot of football players, they think. They look sharp. They're very stylish.
You look in a mess.
I mean, it's just
Look
a
at a
mess.
mess.
It's just a mess. Well, they don't know that.
Yeah.
So you're saying everybody? So you're saying everybody can't be like you? Everybody can't wear a suit?
No, he's saying everyone has a certain
Your own
body
flavor,
type, and they need to be seated down and they need to go through a consultation process to find out what their style is.
Yeah.
But every man can wear a suit.
But you agree that there are different kinds of styles and it can work for different people.
You know, the way I said it's fashion. I mean, style is not. Fashion is not meant to be understood. It's meant to be respected.
It's an art.
Comfortability.
That is
Correct.
real.
Comfortability.
So-
Whatever you're comfortable with.
That's true, because I be wearing my little normal stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're cute.
We're not
Like,
talking about you. We're giving heart, and I can see that. Obviously, from your background. I heard you work a lot with charities. Obviously, you work with what's the name of your charity, Ron?
It's Career Gear Houston.
Career Gear Houston.
Rashad is
Rashad, you're everywhere.
No, he's very involved over there as well. But what the charity does is we provide clothing to gentlemen returning to the workforce. When you talk about putting a suit on someone, it is it's such an amazing moment. They come in, you know, they might have been in the Army or recently incarcerated. They need a hand up, not out. You put them, you dress them properly, and they look in the mirror. I had once a man in there with his son, and his son is like, Daddy. It was, you know,
You
those are
elevate
the
them.
moments that, you know,
What's
I
the-
really
What's the qualification?
I see you're about to tear up.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
had
makes
to
me
stop
feel
you real
like
quick.
No,
You
it's
elevate that person to believe you.
right.
know
Then they
are.
believe in themselves, and all the clothing is through donation, like from our clients. You know, when you do the consultations and go through their closets and whatnot. But just the transformation, and once these gentlemen become hired, we provide them with a week's worth of clothing. Now, again, it could be steel-toed work boots and a T-shirt, but it could be, you know, the gentleman could be an accountant. I mean, it's all different types of people that come through, and Rashad is the lead stylist over there right now, and just brings his vision to these people. He's he's so creative, but again, it's just when you see these people, when you see how they look in the mirror and they're like, I never thought I could look like that. And then once they get hired and they come back, I mean, that's even better. This is my favorite moment of all. I was in a grocery store parking lot recently, and this gentleman comes up to me. He goes, hey, I just wanted you to know it works. It worked. And I'm like, what are you? I styled him, and he got a job. And so it was someone, I meet so many people, but that envisioned, or that embodied what the charity represents. And so careergearhouston.org is a wonderful, wonderful organization. So again, we're looking for people to support it, either through volunteering, donation, whatnot. We would love to get the word out to
And what's the
everybody.
name of that charity?
Career Gear Houston.
Career Gear Houston.
Right.
And Remy Toh's part of it too.
He is, absolutely.
I'm down to volunteer. So.
Me too. Me and my whole team, we down to volunteer.
They ain't closing money, so all my old suits, that's right. So Remy, how does that make you feel, like, being part of helping other people accomplish their dreams in life or get back into the workforce, be able to provide to their kids, and how does that make you feel?
Once again, is I give the glory to God. It makes me feel good, even if I can help just one person.
Right.
Because if you notice, I'm in this country free to say whatever I want to say, whatever I want to do because of those guys. If it wasn't for them, I won't be sitting here. So to give back is easy.
So Mr. Remy Toh, I know you got to go. I know people are banging on your door. You got some consultation. You probably got like $3,000 waiting for you. That's right, to sit down with a couple of clients. So we won't take too much of your time, but please tell us how we can follow you on, obviously on IG, and we want you to come back. But please tell us where we can follow you right now.
Because the website can go ahead and
Right now, again, we're consolidating everything that's out there. Yes, there is an Instagram for Remy Toh, but again, it's going to be consolidated. We're going to have one person working on social media for us because it is so very important. So
Is that Rashad?
Rashad is our creative director. No, he's not doing everything. So maybe Rashad, can you come talk to me after this? But again, 2020 is going to be a big year for us. I mean, not everything will happen in January, but it's not a new business. Okay, I just want everybody to be aware of that. It's established. I mean, you have this established, gentleman here with, his style and his book of business and whatnot. So it's not new, but it's going to be new in Houston. And again, just look for us in 2020. Many things in January. RemyToh.com will be up in January, and then you can see the other social media links as well.
I mean, you can check.
Exactly.
You can check on Instagram. Just I am Remy Toh.
Right.
So,
I am Remy Toh is his IG handle for all my ladies out there. And as for all those gentlemen who need styling, it's I am Remy Toh. Follow him. That's right. The website will be up in January. That's right. The workshop, the details will be there. The podcast will be there too. And also information about Career Gear Houston will all be there. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrity stylists, international celebrity stylists. That's right. From Paris to Houston. That's right. Atlanta. Sorry you lost him. He's not here with us. That's right. Mr. Remy Toh. Round of applause, please.
So one thing I would say one thing is thanks to Afro Vibe Radio. It's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're the Tea Club. And that's right. Thank you for having tea with us.
Thank you for
That's right. Mr. Remy Toh doesn't drink, but he drank today. Shout out to Remy Toh, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the Tea Club. Follow us, right? I am at Remy Toh. We're signing out. My name is Evan Mozart. What's your name?
Danielle Camacho.
What's your name?
Remy Toh.
What's your name?
Rana Marie.
What's your name?
Destiny.
What's your name?
Mitra.
What's your name?
Indigo LaFaye.
What's your name? What's your name?
Diola.
Oh, God, whatever. What's your name? My name's Evan Mozart. We're signing out. This is the Tea Club on Afro Vibes Radio. Remy Toh just came and shut it down. Good night, everyone. Africa, we'll see you later.
All right, we did that. Awesome. You busy? You got the rest of the day to work?